For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me, or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough. That's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
No doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. We've got a terrific front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who is the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Horry, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards, and so I would just say put all their names in the hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Be out there with Deke, and it's the bodyguard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the 76ers, they've got Simmons. Houdini is out there with Miracle Man. Then it's D, and it's Charles in at the point guard. Here is Fernandez. Westbrook passes to the bodyguard. Shoots from the elbow, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Simmons. Fernandez with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt. His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
Here's Easy Breezy following the score by Houston. The pass to Miracle Man. The 17-footer. Good work defensively by Harden.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Will Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Yep, that one goes. And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Easy Breezy. He's covered by Westbrook. No good that time. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. He passes to Westbrook. Off target from three-point range.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
It's blocked. Simmons on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Miracle Man. Here's Easy Breezy. Outside, Simmons. 4 on the shot clock. Rockets with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent things. Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. .132 left in the first. Pass to Richardson. Here's the teardrop. That's tipped. Drive by Scott. Yes, that goes in.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
No, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
Now, here's Richardson. Back to Brown. Passes to Big Cat. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Tucker's very good at using his body and drawing contact. I mean, he's got the physical tools. He's not afraid to use them.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
That's good from Tucker.
Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense, he's tough, he rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner 3.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Quick fact for you guys, P.J. Tucker is the #1 sneakerhead in the NBA, and it's not even close. The man owns hundreds and hundreds of kicks. In the 2018 playoffs, P.J. wore 22 different pairs of shoes in 17.
Here's D, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They get a hand on it. Reyes, the pass to Scott. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Richardson. Good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
D, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And so it's the Houston Rockets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
They've got buckets. Big Dan out there with Brown. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Richardson in a 2-guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive. And that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. And first of all, his handles are
Great handle.
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with his speed, there's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right or right without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball in the basket.
And it's encouraging seeing Iverson just bury the three ball. When he's got that shot going, he is basically unguarded.
Here's D, and the layup's good off the glass. D's got 4 points this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
Now here's Rivers. Outside Gordon. There's the pass to Tucker. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Outside, Scott, just 4 to shoot. Rivers can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 10. Big gap, the pass to Richardson. Here's Embiid, guarded by Tucker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the contest. Some changes for Philadelphia. Miracle Man, he's checked in for Embiid. Harris comes in for Brown. And it's D in for Richardson. The Rockets also changing it up. Bodyguards checked in for P.J. Tucker. D comes in for D. And it's James Harden in for Scott.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Here's Big Cat. Tries it from 19. They get it again.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip-in.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. They've led by as many as 11 points. Harden outside. The Rockets with the new 14. Oh, that's blocked. Blocked again.
He's known for his offense more than defense. Harris plays with a high motor. He likes to make plays.
Here's Iverson. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Fernandez has got his 4th rebound in this one. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to the bodyguard. And it's blocked. Harris against Rivers, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden has a wide open look. Here's the bodyguard. Misses in close.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Rockets on top. They lead by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a nice 7-point lead. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. It's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. Now they need to stay mean. They cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia.
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from them, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance by Dean.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
The 76ers trail by 7. So on the floor for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. G out there with the bodyguard. And it's P in at the 3 slot. Simmons. That's good from 17 feet away. Simmons got his team on the board first here in the second half of the 76ers.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robertson at the pace he's piling up.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Here's Easy Breezy. He's covered by Westbrook. Shoots. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Simmons on the wing. Defended by Fernandez. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Five on the clock. Here's Simmons. And finally they hit one. Simmons got his second bucket of the game to go. And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star, an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you got to polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting is the only thing he really lacks.
Well, you knew after the call, George Stray, that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player at this stage of Russ's career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. Here's buckets. Second chance shot. And it's Brown missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And Westbrook, here we go. That shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Simmons looking around. Buckets passes to Simmons. Sixers need to get off a shot. Oh, 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. Fires, high post. Nice jump shot. Good. Westbrook's got 6.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by Houston.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark. And Simmons, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Kevin, it was an up-and-down season for the Rockets last year. I mean, they started out very slow, and then because of injury, but it took them a while to get into the playoff picture. But how about this? They won their division, but only nabbed the 4th seed in the playoffs.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Houdini. And Harris subbed in for Simmons. And Chris, last year being the 4th seed in the postseason was trouble for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was, especially when you have to face the Warriors in the second round. They got bounced out in Game 6 despite the Warriors losing Durant. And the slow start in the regular season, I think, played a big factor.
Here's Scott after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Pass to deep. Scott. He's guarded closely. And that one drops for him. Scott's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And finished off by Brown.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Dean, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Kevin, and think about this. The Sixers last season took the Raptors to 7 games in the Eastern semis. That buzzer-beating series ending all the way, jumping 4 times, bouncing on the rim by Kawhi. Philly hoping to go further this time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the 76ers. Big Cat, he's checked in for Brown. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Richardson. Houston also making some changes. Bodyguards checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Austin Rivers in for buckets. He hits both from the stripe.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Shot from the low block. Embiid, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
He's having a great night from the floor. They're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Now here's Iverson. He's got 5. Poked away. Unloads from 13. That one wide left.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. For the 3. And that one released in time, but no good.
That's fantastic when Rivers makes an impact, just like right there. I mean, you love when he hustles and works hard on it.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Rockets leading by 15. They've got Miracle Man. Z out there with Iverson. Then there's Harris. And it's Big Cat in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. '76ers on defense. Here's Harris, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
He keeps that mid-range jump shot alive. I love seeing Harris utilize this area of the floor.
Here's Fitzgerald. Oh, what a beautiful play.
And I would say sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Who's leaving the bench? Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants on the pass. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Ramos just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play. If anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Lakers days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant one, flagrant two. The shot and the ball, it can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now, what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach. His only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Houdini's checked in for Big Cat. Simmons comes in for Tobias Harris. And easy breezy subbed in for Allen Iverson. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He told us, guys, that team is not going to give it to us. We have to take it. That means staying aggressive and playing with no fear. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. 1:49 left in the game. Out to the wing. Takes it from 10. It's rebounded by Houston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's blocked. Fires at the elbow. Unable to get that one.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. Reyes, and it's blocked. It's 2-on-1. A pull-up. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Houston.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for D.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
No, there's one award that Harden has won. I think we can pretty much say for sure he'll never win again, and that's 6th man of the year. It's hard to believe there was ever a time this man wasn't a starter.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots would be really impossible to guard. You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
The pass to Reyes. The three. Rebound by the 76ers.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them. Hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
And here's Harden. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job of, all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.